is there anyone out there that does not know that I've been spirit-filled and baptized? Oh, good. Because that's not the part I wanted to do. So I have been spirit-filled and baptized. So this past year has been pretty difficult. I'm not going to cry. So my grandmother died a year ago. And then we had, of course, everyone's been in a pandemic and social distancing and all that. And then my husband lost his job. And then 2 weeks later, our cat got hit by a car. And then I can't even remember everything. We've had a lot of personal struggles, normal parenting stuff and normal marriage stuff, and then some not so normal parenting stuff and not so normal marriage stuff that we've been going through. And then January, I got COVID and a sinus infection. And then I was good for a couple weeks, and then I got bronchitis, which turned into bacterial, and I had that for about a month. And then we lost a close family friend, which we got the funeral today. So sorry. I don't want to focus on that stuff, but it's important to let you know that it's been a really difficult year, because then you can see the testimony in it. And a lot of the testimony that I want to give is timing issues, because the Lord works that way a lot of times, where we go through normal life stuff that's difficult and not comfortable, and where our faith and our patience and all that is tested. And the Lord just shows up in these amazing little ways that you kind of can't usually see until you're looking back on everything. So when my grandmother died, we never go anywhere, my family. We don't travel anywhere. We don't go on vacations. We never have the money to do anything. But when she passed, it was right after tax time, and we were able to go to Florida for a few days and be there and see her before she passed, which was a big deal to me. I wanted to say goodbye. And yeah, we were able to do that. And so that was one little blessing. And then, of course, all the saints talk about how, even in a pandemic, there's been blessings with, do I need to ignore that? I don't know what that says. Blessings with being able to, fellowship with people from all the way across the world through Zoom. And so, of course, we've had those too. And then, our cat got hit by a car right after we lost a job. But we were also able to get a lot of help with that. I was able to get a lot of drawing business that I wouldn't normally have. And some saints were able to help, and some not saints that are just really good acquaintances were able to help. And it, everything was taken care of there. And I'm trying to remember all the other things. Through all the internal stuff that I've been going through, I'll be going through these places, and I'll get in this really dark place, just self-condemnation and thinking about my inadequacies, and there will be a talk or a voice gift or something that just kind of just snaps you out of it just enough, to keep you going. And so Josh lost his job, but then he had just joined the union like 2 days before, had just joined the union. And because he had joined the union was able to try to help him get his job back. And so while the union was trying to help him get his job back, we still had our health insurance. So when I got a sinus infection and then COVID and then bronchitis, I had health insurance for all that. So it wasn't really that big of an issue. So that was a good timing thing. And our car died, which was a nightmare. Well, we got hit, and then our car died from a completely separate issue. But again, it happened right before our taxes came. And so we were able to use insurance they paid for our rental for a while. But then even when they weren't paying for our rental anymore, we were able to use tax money to pay for our rental. And then we were able to get a new car, and which was a blessing. And oh my gosh, I know I'm like forgetting so many things. We were able to get our current car the night before he had a job interview. That was a spontaneous, like, we didn't know till the night before that he was going to have this job interview the next morning. And so that was good because we really needed that. And I'm going to forget some, but then we find out that he was not going to get his job at Home Goods back. So we weren't going to get his job back, but it was fine because my health stuff is over. I just finished my treatment for bronchitis and everything. But then we found out that he did get the job at Caterpillar that he wanted. We actually found that out Wednesday, but I was sworn to secrecy. So, but it's just been like all these little provisions and these timing issues where things, had to line up perfectly. And I just look back and I know God did that. And I'm just very grateful for his help and his provision and sustaining me during this time.